So today I'm gonna make a face mask or protective shield as recommended by the CDC. I'm making this out of a Crown Royal whiskey bag. So here we have it, and some extra fabric. It'll need to be two-sided, and we're going to attach to it straps, which are actually sunglass cords, otherwise known as croakies. I grabbed these at the dollar store. They had plenty, so I actually bought quite a few, and these will just make it easy to adjust the straps on the back and keep that face mask nice and tight without having to use elastic, which is really hard to come by right now, or having it fall off the ears, or using the paper clips or whatever method that we have come up with. So to get started, we're gonna cut this Crown Royal out, this bag out, and we're gonna measure it. It's gonna be 6 by 9, both pieces, and then we'll get those sewn together. Okay, so here we go. We have our two 6 by 9 pieces, and those are going to go together. We are going to flip this Crown Royal one so that it's inside out. We're going to be sewing these all the way around in this rectangle form. We're going to be leaving a gap inside. We'll be sewing the sunglass cord to the inside of each of the two pieces. Those will go right on the inside, and then when we're done, we'll have the hole and we'll pull everything and reverse it, so the inside is out, and it'll be right facing. All right, so here we have our finished sewn project, and you might be wondering why I left these plastic tabs on from the sunglass cord. The first round that I had done with the sunglass cord, I had cut the plastic tabs off. These are the parts that hook into the sunglasses, and notice that this braided cord unraveled really easily. I ended up having to take the first project apart and put it back together. So I left it on this time, just kind of using caution on the foot of the sewing machine, just to make sure that that doesn't catch. But we're gonna go ahead and cut those off now, and then we won't have that unraveling as I'm turning it right side out. All right, so there we have the Crown Royal mask, turned right side out, and here are our tightening straps. So these will tighten right down so you can get it nice and close to the face, and make that really nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some pleats to the side of this to kind of just cinch it down. And what we're going to do is I'm going to measure it about 1.5 inches spacing, and we'll get those pleated. We'll give it a nice sew all the way across, tighten everything up, sew up this little hole that we have here that we used, and then the mask will be complete. So we're going to go ahead and measure this out about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches with a fabric pencil or marker, whatever you prefer to use. I'm gonna go right about there. And then that way, when we do the pleats, they'll be on each side. Now, when I'm doing pleats, I'm using my seam ripper, I'm just putting it right up to that line and flipping it over, and then sewing across that seam. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so now that we have all of our seams put in, and I went over everything where it was seamed down twice, back stitched over it to really secure that down. We're going to go around one more time just to give it a nice secure stitch so that it can go through hot water and multiple washings. Alright, so as you can see, we have our finished Crown Royal face mask. We're going to just trim off these end pieces. We made sure we back stitched all the way around so that that is all nice and tight. Now this mask does not have a filter, so it is not technically a piece of PPE. But the CDC is recommending that we have face protection to go out in public. So this is just, you know, an easy little project with some of the found objects I have here at my house, minus the straps, which I thought were much better than using any kind of ribbon or sewn straps. I really liked the fact that these could be adjusted and tied down really tight. So if you're able to get out to a dollar store, you might be able to find those, and if not, you can use ribbon. I have some ribbon that I had been using. Shoelaces was another one. I had some shoelaces lying around the house. You can either cut the ribbon so that it's tieable behind the neck, or like this other one that I had done for myself. I made it so that the strings were long enough in the back, and then I could just paper clip it to the back of my head, and I felt like I got a nice secure fit. So you can do either of those options, any of those work, and thanks for watching.